This evening, leaked document confirms government did receive a signing bonus from ExxonMobil. Minister of State bemoans land titling. Santa visits the National Assembly. And internationally, concerns raised over the FCC's vote on net neutrality.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. A story is breaking based on a leaked document, and contrary to their constant denial, the Granger administration has received a signing bonus from the oil giant ExxonMobil. Wendell Jeffrey is following the developments.
According to a letter that was published in the Stabroek News today, the governor of the central bank, Dr. Gobian Ganga, was instructed by Dr. Hector Butts, the finance secretary within the Ministry of Finance, to open an account to facilitate monies that ExxonMobil gave the Guyana government in late September 2016. In the letter, the finance secretary instructed the governor to open an account, but to keep the account in the issuing currency. The issuing currency is US dollars. Dr. Hector is also purported to have asked that the account be set up as a secured interest-bearing securities account. Dr. Butts further instructed the governor to open the account to receive the monies which had come to the government as a signing bonus from the ExxonMobil company. The amount that was deposited did not appear on the letter, but it is suspected to be in the billions of Guyana dollars. The Minister of State and Cabinet Secretary Joseph Harmon had constantly denied that the administration received any signing bonus from Exxon. When Minister Harmon was asked today about the leaked document, the minister was dismissive of the claim and said this:
"We cannot deal with the leaks. We cannot deal with leaks in the system. Leaks are not part of a system. And what I've said before is that the government will make a release of the contract and all the terms and conditions of the contract before the end of December."
In a press conference in September this year, former president and opposition leader of the PPP, Bharat Jagdeo, told the press corps that he constantly receives leaked information from different government ministries.
I just pick these up randomly. We get stacks of document, and I wish to thank all of those people, the public servants and others who've been sending us information.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. In an interesting turn of events, Santa visited the National Assembly. On Friday morning, a woman dressed as Santa Claus was escorted out of Parliament after she entered the chambers ringing a bell during opposition leader Bharat Jagdeo's speech. She claimed to be gifting Jagdeo a dictionary. Parliament security guards assert they did not see her enter the premises. It is understood that the woman in question is a minister's secretary. She is currently in police custody. In this report, Esther Sobers tells us why the Minister of State is against the current land rights titling system.
Guyana is a collection of many peoples spread across a vast green mosaic of diverse ethnic communities. The Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission is tasked with ensuring that each of these peoples are entitled to a fair ownership of lands they have occupied for centuries. The Commission manages public and land facilities, the administration of regulations for private lands. Today, the organization held its visioning retreat. The keynote speaker, Minister of State Joseph Harmon, emphasized key points of Land and Survey Act.
Addresses the area of management and the sustainable use of land in Guyana. The Act mandates the Commission to do as follows. 1. To have charge and act as guardian over all public lands, rivers, and creeks of Guyana. So it's a very, very wide mandate. 2. To execute or cause to be executed geodetic, topographic, hydrographic, and cadastral surveys in relation to land and water resources of Guyana.
Despite having 87,000 square miles of land, many coastland Guyanese suffer from the issues of that occupying a relatively high population density. Minister Harmon recognizes the challenges this situation poses for the Commission.
The concentration of our population on our narrow coastland, squatting, and the prevalence of illegal occupation of state lands, especially state reserves. 3, land degradation due to a rapid upsurge in land occupation and economic activity. And 4, the existence of several controversies with regard to land rights that require resolution. Madam Chair, the disparity in development between the coastland and the hinterland presents a major challenge to the realization of the government's vision for all of our people. And while the bulk of our natural resources are located in the hinterland, the absence of human resources, as well as the lack of infrastructure and the efficient public service and the reliable communication are major hindrances to the development of services in and the movement of people to the hinterland, as well as the provision of infrastructure for access, settlement, and for the exploitation of our resources.
According to the Minister Harmon, the current land rights system is detrimental to the national development and prevents the government from fully realizing its vision for Guyana.
Land rights is also a burning issue and serious obstacles to the achievement of the good life for many of our citizens. At the individual level, the flawed policies of the previous administration has left much confusion with regards to house lot allocations, with more than one person having title to the same land, and many persons having several house lots and state land leases, while many others have been waiting for years for an allocation.
Earlier this year, it was reported that the government had initiated a commission of inquiry into the Amerindian and ancestral lands. The purpose of this exercise is to survey existing properties and redistribute disputed lands in a way that is equitable for all relevant parties. It is the view of the government that such a move is in line with the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission mandate. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. As the 2018 budget debates were concluding, one of the last to address the Parliament was Bishop Juan Edgell. Wendell Jeffrey was there and captured the parliamentarian sentiments.
By corruption and allegations of corruption under the LPN AFC. I don't need to rehearse the Demerara Harbour Bridge, the new Demerara Harbour Bridge fiasco. Because we got a man who got the contract. Yes, I know you want me to stop, Mr. Manabutu. I know you want me to stop. We have a man who got a contract who didn't even apply. And how could somebody even apply to him?
Well, it was time for the former junior Minister of Finance to make his reply to the budget presentation. Mr. Juan Edgell came out shouting and accusing the current administration of corruption, cronyism, blindness, and just about every other political illness.
We are even hearing, and we can't go the regular way. They're going to be denial, and then we can bring the evidence that the money that was paid to them, the consultant, is not the exact money, because a huge sum of money came from the Demerara Harbour Bridge Corporation itself towards that project. And we got the evidence.
The PPP member said that he had messages from the people across Guyana to share with those in the House.
Mr. Speaker, when this budget was read, we in the parliamentary opposition did what we always do. We consult with the people so that when we come here, we will represent the lost confidence in them. Listen to what the people of Georgia said. We voted for them, but thank you for representing us. The people of Georgia who voted for you, they are looking to the opposition to represent them because they have lost faith in you. Listen to what Lincoln says. The APNU is looking after friends and family, not even AFC supporters. That is what the people in Lincoln said. They are looking after friends and family of the APNU, not even AFC supporters. Hear what the people of Baltimore said. The people of Baltimore said, we don't want more billboards, we don't want more walkways, we don't want more parks. They said it takes an hour and 5 minutes on a speedboat to Perico when you got to sit. And it takes an hour and a half from the hospital to the airport when you got to take a flight. Fix the road! That's what the people of Baltimore say. You're not even looking after the people who voted for you.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. We'll have more news for you after the break. Stay with us.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one RCA tablet every day. Yes, every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million in clothing, shoes, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win 1 tablet every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Season's greetings from Kisul's Furniture Store.
We bless the Lord, bless the Lord, bless the Lord.
Get ready for the concert of a lifetime. The Restoration Life Ministries presents Worship His Majesty on December 14th at 6 p.m. Restoration Life Ministry with special guests Samuel Medas, Earl Bishop, RLM Dancing, Pastor Sean Sobers, and the Prophetic Brief. Don't you miss this. It's Saturday, December 14th, 6 p.m. Admission free. Hosted by Apostle Ridley.
It's that time of year when you break out all the cool and fancy stuff to decorate your home. National Hardware Supercenter and Water Street locations got the ideal furniture collection for the dining and living rooms. Choose from these quality sofa sets and recliners to add that perfect holiday setting. Our stylish dining sets will add a unique touch of class to your decor. The quality and designs are unmatched. We add that extra feeling of Christmas with this choice of furniture in the mega holiday deals happening now at your Do It Best store's National Hardware.
For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC? It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. The Minister of Public Security, Kemraj Ramjatan, says that hundreds of millions of dollars will be spent to improve the Camp Street and Mazaruni prisons, and that a significant dent has been made to the drug trade. Wendell Jeffrey has more.
And how it affects the offenders and how they're to be treated in prison and even after prison.
With issues of crime and prison looming large in the Guyanese psyche, Minister of Public Security dedicated a large segment of his debate submission to address these issues.
The expert conducted also an assessment of the adequacy of the prison's physical infrastructure and capacities. That was another survey that was done.
When one of the opposition members queried the location of the reports, the security minister responded.
Well, you'll get it. I'll share it with you guys.
The subject minister said that studies were conducted by the Citizen Security Strengthening Program to deal with the pretrial or remanding, which will reduce overcrowding in prisons.
The CSSP also hired a consultant to examine models and practices in the field of alternatives to pretrial detention that are harmonious with criminal justice processes in Guyana, which can contribute to a reduction in prison overcrowding. In 2018, there will be other implementation of programs and rehabilitation in the Guyana Prison Service. It is almost $1.5 billion as the start for that Mazaruni one, and another $400 million for the rehabilitation of the Camp Street prison. These things were 120 years old. And you get bad guys like Royden Williams who would scratch a match and they can kill a Wickham and they can do all of that. You're going to get it flattened. And we are doing the things necessary to ensure that indeed we have a modern prison.
The minister brought the police report of the last 3 years to prove that crime has been precipitously declining.
And when you see the graph, it is going very much downwards.
The minister said that his government, cooperating with the international community on the drug fighting trade, is paying off, and as a result, they are catching the drug traffickers.
That is why we have gotten 3 planes now. What makes you think every day? Yes, and we got 2 boats, submersible, and the one that is a semi-submersible. We have also done major interdictions that the Americans are very proud of us.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union is largely recognized for the work as the premier union of the sugar workers of the nation. But in 2014, employees of Amazon Caribbean Guyana Limited applied for membership to GAWU, and after intense negotiations, the agreement was formalized today. Both GAWU and Amazon Caribbean Guyana Limited signed an agreement formalizing the union to be the representative of the workers employed at the company's location at Rosignol, West Bank, Berbice.
We have recently crossed one of the hurdles, which we amicably resolved. And so that allows us to be able to sign the agreement at this point in time. We are looking forward for a fruitful relationship with the company and in the interest of the company and the workers. And we hope to have hammered out another agreement style the collective labor agreement.
Charles Ogle, the Chief Labor Occupational Safety and Health Officer of the Department of Labor, Ministry of Social Protection, mediated the negotiations. He applauded the move as one that will ensure fairness for employees and management.
Employees have the belief that trade unions disrupt the smooth operation of the organization. But the trade union is there more or less to help to build on the relationship. The trade union, because the weakness of the workers don't have the power as an organization. So the union more or less represents the workers. The union negotiates on behalf of the workers. The union is there maybe as a watchdog to ensure that, I don't want to assist the Ministry of Labor, that the workers are not being exploited.
GAWU and the company will next begin engagements regarding the collective labor agreement. That agreement will set out the terms and conditions of employees and will address pay rates and benefits such as overtime, leave allowances, etc. Representative for Amazon Caribbean Guyana, Jean-Francois Jarin, also applauded the agreement, but also asked for flexibility in negotiations between workers and management.
We are a food processing company, so we are processing perishable, which has some impact on the activity and requires some flexibility. And all we are hoping is that in all our negotiation, this will be kept in mind, because we are not producing aluminium, we're producing food, and if we do not process it today, it's lost.
Amazon Caribbean Guyana Limited engages in processing and canning of hearts of palm for export mainly to Europe. The company, which has been in operation for over 30 years in Guyana, has 2 locations, one in Region 1 and another in Berbice. The Green State Development Strategy, or GSDS, will guide Guyana's economic and socio-cultural development for the next 15 years. Esther Sobers tells us more of the Department of Environment's grand plans for the nation.
Guyana is going green, and the government's Green State Development Strategy is to be the guiding framework for the sustainable development. Unika Stellingberg from the Department of Environment, Ministry of the Presidency, spoke of the initiative.
The idea of a green economy and a green state, it's more than just thinking renewable energy. It's more than just thinking the color green, but rather what the Green State Development Strategy seeks to do is to build on the successes of past and previous developmental strategies. We do have the most recent one being the Low Carbon Development Strategy. That strategy, however, focused on the forestry sector and ensuring a low carbon development by keeping our forests standing. What the Green State Development Strategy, or the GSDS, will do is to take that and build upon it whilst incorporating other strategies such as our climate change resiliency action plan, such as our poverty reduction strategy, and to build on the successes of all of those strategies and transform the entire economy.
As Guyana prepares to join the rest of the world with a green economy, will it be costly for someone to do such?
There is no such thing as a free lunch. Some folks may experience some of the benefits of going green without actually having to invest something in it. However, there are some sectors of the economy that will be need to use to transform our economy. Some things would need investment, and a part of the Green State Development Strategy includes a financing mechanism where we look at only three areas in which we can gain financing from. There is the official developmental aid, which would come from large donor agencies.
The GSDS will identify and make policy recommendations on a number of legal and institutional actions that might be carried out to allow the transition to a green state. Moreover, it is foreseen that a consultation document in the form of a green paper will be issued by the government containing proposals for future government policies.
This is something that everybody needs to come on board with. It's not something that the government wants to do and just bring to the people, but we want the people to tell us what they want. We want the folks with the experience, the fishermen who've been out catching fish for 15 years, to describe what the cycles are. And, you know, so when we go out to gather our data, and we work at creating quotas now for the fishing industry, an open and closed season, it's informed by things that are actually happening and from the people that are actually in the industry.
To learn more about Green State Development Strategy, you can visit the Department of Environment on Facebook or call them on 223-6314. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. And if you'd like to see the full interview, you can watch it on our YouTube page. The President's Youth Award of Guyana is shifting the focus of mental health issues over to a very vulnerable population in Guyana, the youth. Wendell Jeffrey was at the annual youth program and filed this report.
First, I'd like to thank the Youth Award for addressing a topic that is not often addressed. I think that a lot of us today as youths, we struggle for mental illness. I think that depression is often big, and as youths, the easy way we try to get out of depression is either by suicide or something else. And I think addressing such a topic can help us to benefit and to see that it can be worked out.
That was Deante Sankar of the North Rumville Secondary School. The Executive Office of the President Youth Award of Guyana says that the country is focused on many matters that concern the youth, but mental health is not one. So he is channeling his energies toward this illness.
We find it important, imperative that we touch and deal with the issue. We deal with all sorts of other things, sexual issues, abuse issues, but no one deals much with mental illness, especially with young people. Mental illness is everyone's business, and because it's something that is personal and individualized, most people do not tell anyone, or in case it's kind of an embarrassment, but just do not be embarrassed about it. Tell someone that's close to you, or seek help. That's basically what it is. So we're here trying to start a conversation.
Alistair Collins told the students gathered that they should speak out.
So even though you're in school, you're a teenager, seek help, don't suffer in silence.
When asked why this particular issue, the youth mentor said,
because we deal with young people and we see how it affects young people from all ages, from all social class, from dealing with, coming from all backgrounds. It doesn't discriminate. Mental illness don't discriminate.
The students at the annual Day of Counseling and Gender tent had their say.
What I've learned is that mental illness is something that helps you to get through the day with a healthy mind.
There are teenagers who are getting pregnant at an early age, relationships between boyfriend and girlfriend, suicide, and other stuff like that. And today we hope to accomplish a lot of new things from this Youth Award program, and I think it would be very beneficial to a lot of us here.
Mental illness is not very good for children. Well, everybody in general. And I'm really glad that they addressed this topic.
The theme this year is Our Service to the Community. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. Still ahead, we have our regional news, our international news, and your 7-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
Season's greetings from Kisu's Furniture Store.
For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one RCA tablet every day. Yes, every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million in clothing, shoes, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win 1 tablet every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
That time of year when you break out all the cool and fancy stuff to decorate your home. National Hardware Supercenter and Water Street locations got the ideal furniture collection for the dining and living rooms. Choose from these quality sofa sets and recliners to add that perfect holiday setting. Our stylish dining sets will add a unique touch of class to your decor. The quality and designs are unmatched. We add that extra feeling of Christmas with this choice of furniture in the mega holiday deals happening now at your Do It Best stores, National Hardware.
Welcome back. And we now take a look at the region. Police have arrested 2 people who they believe may be linked to the $1 million heist at the Piarco International Airport on Wednesday. C News has more.
Police have arrested 2 people who they believe may be linked to the multi-million-dollar heist at the Piarco International Airport on Wednesday. Police conducted an exercise in the Londonville area at around 10 p.m. and found the men in a house in the area. They also found 5,050 TT dollar bills, the equivalent of $250,000. On Wednesday, armed bandits stole $5.5 million from an amalgamated security near the cargo hold area at the airport. Investigations into that incident are ongoing.
And internationally, on December 14th, the Federal Communications Commission will almost certainly vote to repeal open internet protections known as net neutrality. Malkia Cyril, director of the Center for Media Justice, joins us to explain what's at stake and why the fight for an open internet isn't just a battle between the geeks and the nerds. NBC News brings us that story.
The debate over an open internet has raged for more than a decade. On December 14th, the FCC will almost certainly vote to repeal open internet protections, known as net neutrality. But net neutrality is more than Netflix, business decisions, and higher fees for worse service. It's a battle over which voices get heard, and the people who might lose out in the process.
This is not a fight between Comcast and Netflix. This is not a fight between the geeks and the nerds. This is a fight between ordinary people and our right and ability to access a modern communication system in the 21st century, and those who would like to discriminate and use that system for profit instead of for democracy.
That's Malkia Cyril, the director of the Center for Media Justice. She's been writing about net neutrality for almost a decade. Under net neutrality, internet service providers must give everyone equal access to everything on the internet. Without it, companies like Verizon, Comcast, and AT&T could block content, charge users more to connect to certain sites, or even create paid fast lanes that prioritize certain sites and services over others. Full disclosure, Comcast is NBC News' parent company.
Those who could not afford to pay money to have their voices heard simply would be erased. But online, the voice of Taranya Burke, a black woman who started the Me Too movement, can be heard. That couldn't happen if it had to pass through the gatekeepers that control cable television or that control our newspapers. That can only happen on an open internet.
In the decades since the term net neutrality was introduced, the internet has evolved exponentially, transforming the boundaries between what happens online and offline. We can see it in the political movements that began online.
They need communications power to be heard. Voices of Black Lives Matter and the hashtag #MeToo, not about a hashtag. The fact is that it sparked an offline movement. Massive shifts, massive changes take place.
Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T have all said that they are committed to an open internet. But Cyril says that fears about what could happen without net neutrality aren't just hypothetical. She says these companies' past actions show what might happen if these rules are repealed. In 2007, Verizon denied a request from an abortion rights group to set up mobile alerts for supporters. The company later reversed that decision after public uproar. In 2008, Comcast slowed traffic from the file-sharing site BitTorrent. And in 2012, AT&T blocked Apple's FaceTime app unless customers paid extra for a mobile shared data plan.
We do everything online these days. It is a place where we can long for each other and have that longing met in a real way, where we can reach out and have real conversations. And that's what they're interfering with here.
And now for your 7-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook and YouTube. You can also tune in Sunday morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Monday at 7 p.m. for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed weekend.